Hello again, and welcome to hint video number 6, tail assembly. Now you may be wondering, some of you may be wondering, what could there possibly be to talk about on tail assembly, and why did I decide to do that now separately from the tail video? First of all, I believe the tail assembly to the fuselage is very important, and I think I found a lot of little things that I thought were worthy of talking about while I was temporarily fitting my tail to the fuselage. So that's one reason why I decided to do it separate. And second of all, the other hint videos, I try to focus more on the actual construction of the various components, the construction of the fuselage, the construction of the wings, the construction of the tail pieces. This tail assembly video is just that. It's more focused on, okay, now you have the pieces. How do you attach them to the fuselage? How do you attach them to each other? What are some of the nuances with alignments and that kind of thing? So that's why I decided to do the video separate. Plus, at this point in the series, the fuselage video is by far the longest. And if I would have had this assembly footage in with the tail video, that would have been a really long video as well. And I try to keep them a decent length so that you guys don't lose interest halfway through the video. So that's the reasoning for this one being separate. Something that might be a little bit different on this video than the other videos, again, is the fact that most of those are construction videos, mostly revolving around the wood construction. Since this is an assembly video, this video is going to include not the making of the metal fittings, but the fittings themselves, how they attach to the tail, and how you... Oh, the phone. Maybe I should just try to stifle that. So we will ignore this. I don't know where to put it. But the video will also cover the metal fittings and the tail support cables. I guess that's what they're called. Tail support cables, tail bracing cables. Those metal pieces parts are included in the video. I may not necessarily go into how to make them per se, but that again will probably be another video in itself, some kind of metal fabrication video. But for this assembly video, it will cover the entire assembly of the tail to the fuselage. This is finally done ringing. Okay, my apologies for the interruption, but that's how things go when you're shooting live video, and if you're like me and you tend to try to make them over and over and over and over and over again and get it just perfect. After a while you get kind of tired of doing that, and you figure whatever comes out, comes out. That happened to ring, it's staying in the video. So, hint video number 6, tail assembly. Again, I'll be back at the end of the video for a wrap up. Right now I have no idea what's going to be in the video material wise, so I have no idea how long the video is going to be at this point. I'm just getting started. So we'll all find out at the end. Alright, we'll get started on assembly, and I'll talk to you again soon. Hey everybody, just wanted to say real quick again, thanks for checking out my YouTube videos, and just a couple of real quick tidbits before you leave. If you'd be so kind as to check out my GoFundMe page, the link is down in the description of these videos. For those of you who find it in your heart to donate for this new cause of mine, I've got another project going on, and there's some really cool things I'd like to do with this aircraft, and again, that's all explained in my GoFundMe. But if you find moved enough to go do that and donate, I've got this horizontal stabilizer skin, and donors will get their name put on this skin, and ultimately when this gets filled and the aircraft gets finished, this is going to be hung up on the wall of honor in my hangar. Just a little bit of recognition for those donors who helped make the project a reality. Another thing too is, I'm sure you've noticed that even this video that I'm making right now is of the same or worse quality than the video that you just watched, and that's because, believe it or not, this camera is the exact same camera that I filmed the original hint videos with. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm not really sure why, but I know the video quality lacks, but hopefully the information within is worth something. And the other thing that I wanted to mention real quick is, again, these are little snippets from my hint video DVDs, so a lot of these individual clips just kind of come to an abrupt end. That's just the way it is when I'm trying to rip these DVDs apart and re-edit them into small little segments, and they just kind of end weird at times. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say. And again, thanks, and I hope you'll come back, check out my channel, and see if there are any new videos and updates. All right, I'll talk to you then. See you.